Hi, I'm Susan Grandfield, and I'm going to take you on a journey into time. This is born out of 20 years of working with people in business and observing and hearing their constant struggle and battle with too much to do and not enough time to do it. And through my personal mindfulness practice, I had a sense that mindfulness could be a doorway into a different way, a way out of that world and a way towards a healthier relationship with time. So what I want to share with you is a little bit of that journey, and I'd invite you, as I read this excerpt from my chapter, to think about your own relationship with time, and perhaps ask yourself the question, what part does time play in my life? There was a time when time did not exist. It's hard for us to comprehend in our time-obsessed world, but time in its present form is socially constructed. Time has developed a solidity and value that is based on how humans are related to it over centuries. And Barbara Adam tells us that time is something humans have been on a quest to control ever since we realised that certain events in the flow of life could be predicted, like changing seasons or the night turning into day. As a result, we've developed ways to define, categorise and label this flow of life into the units we now refer to as time. Tom Evans describes the point at which there was a collective awareness of time as the point that we also became enslaved by it. He states that much of our suffering at the hands of time comes from our relationship with it and the desire to control it. So how did we get here? How did we evolve from a place where life flowed without our intervention to a place where we're obsessed with managing time? As I discovered, there have been some critical points in the evolution of time. They include the advent of clock time in the 14th century and the invention of pocket watches in the 17th century. Being able to measure and mark time became an integral part of how people and communities worked collectively, traded and coordinated activities with others. In the 19th century, Frederick Taylor's time and motion studies demonstrated a growing interest in the management of time as a resource to increase productivity and competitive advantage. Whilst this approach yielded impressive results, it also resulted in some unintended consequences for us today. Many people now find themselves being less productive and effective, less able to focus, unable to relax, and increasingly stressed and anxious by the very things that were designed to make our lives easier and more efficient, like email, computers and mobile phones. The resulting effect is time famine and sacrifice syndrome, which are experienced by more and more of us as the pressure to do more with less increases and our ability to switch off decreases. The impact of this is wide-reaching for mental and physical health and the subsequent impact on productivity, effectiveness and engagement in the workplace. Yet, if time is something we have constructed, can't we recreate it? So this was a question that my research took me to, and I found myself asking, has time itself remained unchanged in this evolution? And it's simply our relationship with time that has changed? And if so, what part does mindfulness play in helping us develop a healthier relationship with time?